On this podcast, we talk about the books, both old and new, that are worth putting on your to-be-read list. I'll include the back cover synopsis, content warnings, as well as my pro and con list. To avoid any spoilers, head over to my Instagram at enjoylifewithme.angela. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these books. Let's jump in for the day. Today we're going to be talking about Partnering with the Artists by Camilla Evergreen, which is the second book in the Bachelor Brothers series. I'd like to note that the last book in this series comes out today, and I think you should grab the whole series. It's well worth your time. Let's get started. The back cover synopsis says, becoming millionaire comic artist Zachary Bachelor's muse was not on my bucket list. Though to be fair, neither was tumbling into his lap while running from my ex. At a comic con, in a furry costume disguise. When Zachary suggests that we fake date for a month to make an appearance at the creators ball to prove something to my ex, I oblige for the sake of closure. I don't expect the resulting craft store dates, endearing nicknames, or a realization that my last relationship wasn't just a train wreck, it was abusive. But the more I learn about Zachary and his family's dark past, the more I understand what real love looks like, and the harder it is to pretend I don't have feelings for him. This partnership may have started with a con, however, I think it's ending with a wedding. This is a contemporary rom-com. There's the famous rich person trope, and I wasn't sure if it's like work or forced proximity, because it wasn't forced necessarily. It's not necessarily work, but it is. So both of those tropes are getting thrown in there. The intimacy is high. There's innuendo, mentions of sex, cuddling in bed, sitting on lap, fade to black, that kind of stuff. No language. There were phrases like he swore a lot, or it would like hyphenate things. There's no violence. There's just a threat to break the ex's knees, but I'm not sure I count it. Potential triggers: the toxic ex, childhood abuse, suicide ideas, and anxiety attacks. The con was... Okay, here's the quote. Poppycock. I blink. Poppy what now? Who actually says that? And I was thinking, how dare she question a perfectly good phrase? I say poppycock. So, there you go. Maybe I'm the weird one. Who knows? On the pro side, the author note, as always, is wonderful by Camilla. Make sure you read it so you understand that the ex is dumb as a person, not the group he's a part of. I loved the imperfect characters, where the ex caused self-doubt and she struggled with depth perception. So just not perfect characters, which is always nice. And Zachary healing from trauma and learning to manage emotions, causing anxiety attacks and suicidal thoughts. He had so much going on. He called them functioning feelings. He was so good to her, though, where she said, "This is probably hormones, sorry." And he goes, "Nasty things, hormones." And instead of undermining my emotions, he scoots himself next to me, wraps me in his arms, and kisses the top of my head. Take your time. I'm right here if you need anything. Awesome. So, just perfect. Plus, their playfulness was really fun, where she goes, "You have tattoos?" "Yeah, a couple." Smiling, I say, "No? What gives you that crazy idea?" Or when she says, "Breathe," and the air fizzles out of him. That was not entirely helpful. It also had parallels where Victor got dehydrated in the first book, and having Malin's mom, Taylor, get, tricked into drinking water. Maybe I'm not the only one that has struggles with getting fluids in me. There were new ideas, new perspectives to consider, and when I found my person, I had a very similar conversation too. A bright smile overcomes him, and my fears stutter. Hi, princess. My worries lift. The thought and effort that he put into everything, from the questionnaire to the dates to the meeting of the family, it was so adorable in their own way. And my favorite part was the quote, "This is hard, but it is not bad." I felt like that was a good way to kind of sum up life. So I'd love it if you would jump over to my social medias, enjoylifewithme.angela. I'll make sure there's a clickable link in the show notes so you can come find me. Share your thoughts with me once you've got started on this series. I would love to talk to you about it as you go through it. And I will talk to you soon. Happy reading.